Live. We're live. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to Life Transforming Center. My name is Santia, and I welcome you all to this amazing, inspirational, and encouraging program. With that, I'll hand over to Pastor P to do the intros. Pastor P.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life Transforming Center. We thank the Lord that today He has given it unto us to meet again. Last week we were here, last 2 weeks we were here, and we believe everyone has been enjoying this program. It's a new program that we have started. So join us as we introduce ourselves. So I'm going to hand over to Auntie Ya to introduce herself, and then everyone, Mr. Chamateng, Felicia, everyone will introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Auntie Ya. I'm a writer and I live in Edmonton, Canada. I welcome you today. Thank you.
Hello, Felicia. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Felicia Habia. I'm a holistic health and nutrition life coach. I live in Scotland and I'm happy to join the discussion.
Okay. Mr. Chamateng, are you okay to?
Yes, no.
We can hardly hear you. Yes, it's better. No.
My name is I'm also
Mr. Chamateng, we cannot hear you still.
Yeah.
It's kind of
feedback.
Yeah, when you speak, then we will be more. So, Auntie, are you getting feedback?
Yes, a little, still.
Okay, then let me introduce myself. My name is Patience O. Edwards. I'm a pastor and I'm a life transformation coach, and I'm also mind and soul strategic coach. And we are here to have this amazing program today. And at the end, you will get to know more about each one of us. Mr. Chamateng, is it better now?
Yes, okay, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, okay,
yes,
now
it's much better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was on both computer and the phone, so I think.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to cut the computer off. Yeah.
Okay, can you please introduce yourself first?
Okay, my turn. Okay, thank you for platform. All right, my name is Kofi Chimatinabebio, personal development coach, financial educator, and leadership development. Teach people how money works, how money get taxed, and how money grow. And personal development, mindset, attitude, and leadership. How do you bring people together to work as a team for effective results?
Thank you so much for introducing yourself. Everyone, we welcome everyone on board, our family and friends that are joining in. We welcome everyone to this amazing platform. And this program is going to be every Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Today, I know that there is a time change, and so some people may be late or early, or some will join us later, some will join us from the beginning of the program. And I am so amazed to meet all of us here today once again. My team, welcome. I welcome everyone on board. The panels are here. We have Auntie Ya for the Atobra, amazing life transforming coach and also a book writer. And Mr. Chematen Abebio is here. Felicia also is here, and I'm also here. Pastor Patience is also here. So we are going to set the ball rolling. Last week we discussed about, it was so interesting. We discussed about why many marriages fail, why many marriages are failing. That's what we discussed. And we are going to continue because it was so interesting. A lot of people loved it. And so we're going to continue with that. So when you come on, please share for us. And also when you come on, like, comment, whatever. If you have any question, please put it down for us. We will answer you. So, Antia, if any question comes on, please prompt us and we will pause and we will answer.
Sure.
All right. So, we're going to set the ball rolling now. It's so interesting. Why many marriages are failing? Why many marriages are failing? Last week we said a lot, and so we're going to continue with this week. So, what do we think many marriages are failing? More than ever. We all know we are all a little old here. So we know how our parents they got married. Yeah. But now we can see our marriages are not the same as our parents, our grandparents. What is going on? Is it I have no idea. So if any one of you can help, if you have anything, why is marriages going downhill?
I think that is the fast pace of life. Things have changed. Things have changed so much. We are in the age of technology. People have to work. In the old days, our mothers were the stay-at-home mothers, and the men went out to earn the bacon. Now, life is more, things have transformed. So everybody is in the, I'll call it the rat race, trying to get a piece of the pie, right? So both parents most times are working. They have to. Even these days, a lot of men, they are looking for women who are working or have bringing something to the table. But unfortunately, the downside of it is that I think that if there's not the proper communication, the proper understanding coming together to decide who does what is going on, assessing the whole family situation and forming what do you call it, coming to some consensus about what roles we are each playing, it becomes a problem. And I'll put this out. There's a lot of selfishness also involved. People are looking out only for themselves. So there's not that communal thing that, oh, let me watch out for my spouse or my spouse watch out for me. Like I said last week, there's a lot of hidden agenda. So that's what's going on, I believe.
Thank you so much, Antia. So now a lot of the work system is different, right?
Yes.
So the work system is different, and it's one of the contributions that many marriages are failing, and also things that are not going on right now, and so there's so many contributions to that. So I will turn to Felicia. What do you think that is causing many marriages going downhill?
In my view, I think it's just the work pressure, is the stress, and also there are a lot of environmental factors as well. Most of the times, culturally, some people are forced into marriage. Some are also not even prepared to marry, but because their friends are getting married, they also end up getting married. And so their mindset is not in the right place, but they just want to please either friends or their families or to feel respected in the society. So I think lack of preparation and work stress and cultural background and environmental factors also lead to failure in marriages.
Okay, can you please put more light on the environmental factors?
So I was listening to this guy on YouTube, and one thing that he said was that our environments can trump over our willingness. So if you are in a group of people, or even where you live, or your friends, which make up your environment really, and they are all getting married, and maybe you have said to yourself, I'm not gonna get married, blah blah blah, but at the end, they've all gotten married. So you feel like, oh, I also need to get married because you're in that social circle, and then you end up also getting married. But within you, you are not really wanting to get married. And it's kind of a peer pressure thing. By adulthood, we also do face some kind of peer pressure to do something, to feel belonged and feel respected, and the pressure is there. So I think that is one thing, the environmental factor. It can lead, if you give in, it will lead to failed marriages because you are not ready, you are not prepared. And so, yeah, that's my that side of things.
Okay. Antia, you are muted.
Sorry, with what Rich Lady is saying, the environmental factors, the pressure to get married, would you see it as more coming from the women's side? Because when you bring in the culture, it seems like it's us, the women, who are pressured, or we feel we have to get married because everybody is.
Yeah, in my view, I think it can come from both sides. The men can also feel under pressure. The women can also feel under pressure. But I think with the women, maybe I would say we are more closer to our mom, and our moms do have greater influence on our lives, and so we do, give in quickly. And I would say that, yeah, even with our friends, you do give in quickly to your friends as well. So I think the women feel more pressured into getting married. Some men, they do feel, I don't care. Oh, I don't care. They just move on with their lives. But most women, I think, in my view, do give in to environmental, pressure to get married, and then they end up failing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Shermartin, what do you think about the environmental factor?
Yes, she's right in most sense that the environmental factor plays a role. It's like back home is different, in abroad is different. So what things that can be practiced or that can be done when we in Ghana is different versus when we are out of the country. So yes, the environmental factor can play a part, but I can also say that external influences, i.e., families, can get involved in some of these marriages, either for the guy's side or for the to the woman's side. And this influence can really, really cause a lot of situations that can lead to the breakage of the marriage. I can also talk about associations. I've seen guys that are married, but they spend more time with their friends or listening to some of their friends talk about marriages and all that. It can also be from the women's side. Association can also get involved. And then culture and tradition versus, like you started about our parents, the way they were married and how it can last and all that. Culture tradition is there. And today, I would say more of modernization, that women are empowered to do a lot of things, to take control, do anything that they see themselves as equal in the relationship versus before it wasn't like that. So all these things come together is an issue. But then I would say also, before I go, I also say control. I mean, controlling the messages. What is the word for it? There's a word for it. I forget it. I forget it. But control can also be either the control from the guy that, look, I've heard guys, I'm a guy, I've heard guys saying that I'm the head of the family. If I talk, you have to listen to me, or what I say, listen, you are a woman, so you should listen to me. And women will say, no, heck no, 2022 marriage equality. So and then it can go on and go on. Then so attitude is also another thing that I'll say, which is a big thing. Attitude, communication. I've seen couples that stay all day, or I've seen them in social gathering that they'll be sitting with their couples or their wives, and you don't see no communication or anything. It's like, so even home, they hardly, which means they might have a different agenda or things they think about it. Or so that's what I would say.
So we are still on the environmental factors.
Okay.
So the environmental factors, let's conclude that, then we can bring something else in.
Okay.
But we did it last week, so today we have to move to other section that we didn't talk about last week. So that's what when Felicia said environmental factors, we did not say that last week, didn't bring that out. So it's something that is very interesting to me. And our environment affects everything that we do. And it is so true in marriages right now. People are comparing their marriages to other people in their church, in their community. Oh, this person has this marriages is like this. I could see an address marriage is like this. And so our marriage is supposed to be like that. That is one of the environmental factor. And also the church that we are in is an environmental factor. The church is forcing people, seeing everybody getting married, having wedding, and we've been there like 30-something years. There is this church that is the biggest church in our community. I'm not going to mention names, but in that church, when you are like 25, 28 going, and you are not married, they call you old lady. There are so many girls that they come to me with tears. They're calling them old ladies because they are 30, 32. And so they are forced to get married. That environment, that church environment is also contributing to the failure in marriages, because if you are forced because you are afraid that you are getting to 28 and they're going to call you old lady. That's what they call them in that church. And they're going to call you that. You'll be forced to marry any guy that will come to you, or any woman that, you think, oh, this girl is rude, this girl is that, but, oh, let me just get married before they call me old lady or old man. Especially it's the women that they call them that. And it's gender, attack.
Yeah.
Kind of racism in the church. And it's really bad, because the church is really where the marriage is performed. And it's really the same place, the same environment that is also causing the failure of many, many marriages. So I like that environment thing that Felicia mentioned. It really triggered a lot. And also the environment that we are in right now, people are compared. They are compared to get married early. Why? Because it's hard. Look at what we are in right now. The recession, this and that and that. It's so hard for you to live as a single woman or as a single man. So now we're going to see a lot of movings. The man is now ready, but going to move in with the lady. The lady is now ready, but going to move in with a guy, because the UK, Felicia is from UK, their electricity days, I was reading it here yesterday. If you were paying £100, now it's like £350. So how are you going to afford that, right, Felicia? Isn't it? The electricity.
I agree.
Yeah.
So it's kind of some people might even get married for convenience.
Yes.
And like Andrea said, they have hidden agendas. And the fact that they are married, it doesn't mean they are willing to stick around for long. As soon as they get what they want, they just move on to getting something else somewhere. So
it's the environment that is
it's the environment.
Yeah.
And I think we shouldn't forget about the social media influence as well.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
because
environment too. So the environment alone can talk about a lot in that. So I think that is the most thing that today we're going to dwell on the environment. Yeah, because our environment affects everything. It's almost like everything around us. Yeah. So talk about social media now, Alicia. I think
Yeah.
it delays on her side. Yeah.
Is there a delay from me?
Yeah, it
Can
delays
you?
on your side, but it's okay. Let's go.
Okay. So with the social media and now technology, I think it's a very big influence on successful marriages or failure of marriages these days in our world. Because now with your smartphone, you can access TV on it 24/7. You can go on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. Notifications are just come flowing in like a stream of river. It's just flowing in. And so people, most spouses are getting addicted to their phone. They are not spending enough time with their families and their children. So then they are drifting apart slowly,
Mm-hmm.
slowly. They are not doing anything in common because they are able to access maybe football programs. Their wife is able to access Netflix on their small gadgets, and they are all in their small corner enjoying and feeding into all these information coming in. And they are not bonding, which is what marriages is about. Bonding, doing things together, chatting, talking about future, and then loving each other's differences, understanding. But because of the social media and the way it's easily accessible, it's now taking lots of the attention away,
Yeah.
and it gets so
Mhm.
bad to the extent that
Yeah.
if you tend to talk about it, it's like they are addicted to it, so it
Yeah.
can cause problems. It
Hmm.
can cause so many problems, so many misunderstandings. Because Monday to Friday, you are busy working. Weekend will come. Instead of spending time with your family, you are now going to catch up on all the football programs and all the social media feeds and everything. And they forget that the family are also there. Our needs to be met. And then
Hmm.
it gets to issues and other things. So yeah, that's my view on that.
Yeah. Sister Jo Odo says something here. Thank you so much, Felicia. Based on what you are saying, you said that Sister Jo, welcome on the platform. Yes, we appreciate you here. Sister Joa said, married couples who spend more time outside their marital homes are known to be married by living single, in my personal opinion. I'm the head of the house. You with poor confidence is so certain. Yes, that is so true because, as Felicia said, social media, work, and all that. So we spend more time out there, and so it seems like you are married, but you are living what a single life. So you don't feel the essence of that marriage, right? You don't feel it because you've been like, you see your husband's face, you see your wife's face, like, oh, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, and then they are heading out again. And when they are home, they don't talk to you or with you. They don't talk with you. They can talk to you, but they are not talking with you because they are talking, they are on their phone, they are watching TV, they're doing something else. There's no eye contact. So you feel lonely. You feel very lonely. So what can we do to help that? Let me read some of the things that Sister Adjoa also wrote here. He said, the lack of togetherness among couples limit their success and growth. Yes. Yeah. So, and then she said, the foolishness, the foolish stigmatization, labeling, name callings, hypocrisy, double standard, unnecessary comparison, competition, discrimination, bias, and so forth are too abundant. That is so true. That is so true. I have all of them that she said listed up here. Yeah, there are couples that they stigmatize other person, that, oh, you are this, you are that, you are bad, you are mean, you are this. And even if you change, they still will stigmatize you, like label you as that. So, and other people name calling in our community, having experienced that, but I don't know, not our experience that we're going to bring here, but some people I've known, I've heard, like they call their husband or wife's names. They can call them some names like Wajimi,
Yeah.
Yahwa, those names. Kind of. It kills marriages. It kills the love. It kills everything, and it belittles you. Kind of, it damages you emotionally. Emotional blaspheming. That's what I would call it. And so they're abusing you. And it's sad when you have a partner that are calling you names and doing all kinds of things against you. That is really sad. You will never be happy in that marriage, right? You will never be happy in that marriage. So there's so many things that are destroying marriages now in our era, and especially the where the social media environment has taken over everything now. It has taken over everything because we see that, oh, even if you don't talk to me, I'm going to go on social media, and they may be, having something doing with somebody in their inbox there. A lot of things are going on in their workplaces. Men are easy taken away by little things. They can be enticed, just like in the Eden, enticed quickly, and then they will fall. So if they are not talking with their wife, a little argument, and then they can go on social media and start, doing all those kinds of things with the young girls and all those things over there. So social media and life itself now, because we have access to so many things, is killing marriages, and that is one of the facts. Antia.
Yeah, I wanted to bring another aspect of the environmental factor if we're done with this piece here. So yesterday in our program, we were talking about hypocrisy, and there was a quote. I'm going to read it. It says, some people aren't really all that they post to be, post in quotes. So I'm going to talk about the comparison and the competition. You see people all dressed up. You are always seeing people doing engagements, and they are wearing their tight corset tops and going and coming, and you think all is well, or even people come and post. I mean, there's nothing wrong with posting. Some are genuine, but I'm saying on the whole, we're getting carried away comparing ourselves to images that we're seeing on Facebook, but we don't really know what goes on behind closed doors. There are some people who come and no,
The big bag and all those things. Oh, do you know that nowadays, Auntie, I'm not cutting you, that they said the men, they are putting something in front there.
Hey.
You haven't heard that one?
No.
They said they are putting something in front of their tent so that you think it's big. So what is the big has to do with
goodness.
Yeah. And some women are also putting pads on their behind. Yeah. So the men will look, oh, she looks good. And also, Antia, do you know this thing like whatever they do on pictures, like they can make their stomach so small. And then what do they call it? And their Photoshop. Yeah.
Okay, Photoshop.
They can do Photoshop, and their skin looks so nice. Their body looks so beautiful, like they have form. And when you see them, oh, different things altogether.
It goes back to the point that we're making, that if you choose to be real with each other, Sister So was saying filters. If you choose to be real with each other, we won't run into some of these problems. Life has become so superficial, right? And we're competing with each other. So rich lady has showing a picture of some place you went and oh this and that, so I also have to be the same. Or you are sitting telling your husband, how come we don't go on vacation? All this is creating tension and stresses. Oh, this man bought this car for his wife, it was the birthday, and this and this and that, and so on it goes, right? We are never happy anymore. Like, we don't seem like people who are satisfied individually, so we come together and it becomes messier.
So the comparison is right there.
Yes.
Comparing your marriage to somebody's marriage.
Yes.
Yeah, that's also
Please.
another factor.
So
Yeah,
please,
Mr.
there's some.
You've been quiet
Yes.
for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening. Some of them are very interesting. But back to the social media thing, and that couples can be apart, just engage on social media. To me, I think if it's happening, it means there's a cause for that. Because if you're in a relationship, if you're married to someone and you like the person, if the love is there, the attractiveness is there, if all these things are good, and there's something important to talk about, if the affection is there, I don't think that is going to happen. When people start doing that, back to sharing agenda, or they are in the marriage for a convenient or condition. Because if you really love someone, or someone is attracted to you, and you are in the communication, you don't even want a gap between you and that person, except when there's maybe a little bit of fight or misunderstanding or argument and all that. But then that also goes back with attitude and stuff like that. Some of these things happen when there's differences. Someone is pissed off, someone is angry, or some of them is like you can never have any conversation without getting into argument and so somebody will be like, never mind, I'm not going to say anything, because whatever that I say is going to result to this or that. So the social media thing, I think before people start doing that, it should be something beneath to create that kind of disparity, or for them to pull apart.
Yeah, but Mr. Chamaken, when you say that, so are you saying that it is okay, like that if something happens in your home, you have to draw to social media?
No, not that I'm not saying that. I'm saying that caused that.
No, it's
So
just a question.
no, not that.
You are saying that.
No, not that. I'm not saying how to draw to that. I'm saying that when people do that, there's no attractiveness, there's no chemistry, there's nothing important for them to engage on, there's no affection. So they do that as an excuse, but it should be something beneath for them to do that.
Okay, so why not resolve issues? That means what you are saying is that when the issues arises in the marriages, we pile it up, and the end results will push you to social media. For some people, push them to social media to do all those stuff that you are saying. And so at this point, I think it will be better for every marriages that we have understanding of resolving issues, because no marriage is perfect. No marriage is perfect. So when we think that somebody's marriage is better than us in comparison here and there, and then when we fight at home, we're going to go to social media or at your workplace and have your whatever there. I think then you are not ready to be a couple, to be a partner. And so when you are not ready to be a partner, that is when the marriages, your marriage or the marriages are failing right now, because people are not ready to resolve issues in their marital homes. Do you all agree with that? Or you can add something to it?
Yeah, I tend to believe that.
Sorry, Auntie, yeah, you go ahead and I'll join in.
I tend to believe that with what you are saying, I personally think that everything should start from the individual, the willingness to, because I mean, living with strife and stress, it creates a lot of tensions, and ultimately even it will show up in your bodies, right? So we should be about seeking peace. And if you have the right attitude and the right mindset towards that relationship, I think you will be vested in trying to do better to make it work. You need to push yourself to the point where maybe because of how do you say it, irreconcilable differences, then you can't, you give up. But we are I think right now we're in this Indomie generation or instant gratification mode that, oh, I tried it and it didn't work. 2 months, you saw a big wedding. 2 months later, they are divorced. I heard a story even of this young lady who, I don't know how.
Did you hear about the 72 hours one?
22? No,
72 hours.
no. I heard of this young lady that I think the way she was brought up. So she had this friend, a guy that she was telling the guy that, oh, the guy should talk to her husband that he should go and sleep in the spare room because she doesn't want even to be in the same. So I'm like, okay, some of these things, it's mind-boggling. Yeah. But it starts from self. Is my basic point, and your willingness to make things work. Yeah.
So what stirred up the man's going to another? There may be some root cause. Maybe the man did something, cheated on the lady. For a lady to tell you that go sleep in another room, that means
No, she was newly married. Newly married. It just
oh,
I sitting on who said like maybe she's not used to people. So
and
yeah,
I was
yeah,
sleeping together with
yeah,
it happens. It
yeah,
happens.
yeah.
Yeah, it happens because there are some people they are not used to they never slept with anybody in their life before.
Mhm,
So it's hard
mhm,
for I was thinking about that today. In fact, I was thinking about that today. Yeah, because when you are not used to sleeping with someone together, it's hard when you get married that somebody's touching you, body is touching you, and in case that person snores or sweats at night, it's hard. You can't sleep. It's hard. So there may be some root issue that they need to see a counselor for that because it's not normal. It's abnormal to do that. Yeah. And some people it's normal for them. Some men also do that. They said they want their own room, the woman want their own room, and then they come together. I don't know which room they go, though. Yeah. So, okay.
Okay.
I wanted to chip in here um, about the marriage aspect of things and why it's failing. We do forget that marriage is an institution, just like universities, school, church. It's all institution. And I remember someone saying it's an institution that they even give you the certificate before you attend it.
That is true.
But if you attend any institution, let's say educational institution, you've got to work hard. You've got to work hard towards your success. Okay. So I think sometimes we do forget that marriage is an institution. It's a learning, journey for both the man and the woman. And
mhm,
so we are all coming from different backgrounds and we are going to clash. Even siblings who were raised together in one home, they still do clash. But we do
Mm-hmm.
forget all about that. And we sometimes we want our spouses to please us more, or they want us to please them more, and they have higher expectations. We also have higher expectations for them, and lots of misunderstanding. And if there is not much compromises, it can break and it will not work. So I think I just wanted to throw it in there that it's an institution and we need to work hard towards that. We need to put
mhm,
more attention, more focus, and more work. Labor at it until it becomes successful. Others go to school, they do one examination, they fail, they quit, they move on to another thing. That is how marriage can be for some people. They go try it. If it's not for them, they move away. And then we will say it's a failed marriage. But for those who want it to work and want to be successful, you need to work towards it so that you come out with flying colors.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Felicia. That's amazing. Wow. So I think it's time for us to
Pastor
welcome
P.
everyone. Hello,
Pastor
Auntie.
P, before you go on, I just wanted to add quickly to what Sister Rachel just said. With what she's saying, I think I heard on a platform recently that when we are going to marriages, okay, in churches, there's this marriage counseling that they do, but it's also important to do counseling outside of the church setting because the church setting does not address everything. And then
Yes.
also, even while you're in the marriage, to continue to go through counseling occasionally. So that's
Mhm.
something that I heard.
That is so true. We continue to seek, and that's one thing that we don't know. We don't do because as we get married, we think that's it. As we go to the pastor for 2 months, 3 months, we think that's it. And no, it's not. If you want more for your marriage, if you want more to do, if you want to stay longer for life, you need to always seek counseling. Always, because we are all changing, growing. Mr. Shematin said last week, when we are not growing together. So when we are not growing together, there's going to be some strife here, some this here, push here and there. So we need to seek counseling. Problems will arise, things will come, and we always need to mend our marriages, mend your marriages. Thank you so much, everyone. At this juncture, I think we are going to welcome everyone that joined us today. We really appreciate all of you. We enjoy you watching us, Sister Jodo, and many other people, Sister So, and many other people that I cannot see here. And so, Auntie, I can see more of you, and maybe she will tell whoever is there. And there's so many of you also watching from each other's platform, and we cannot see you
Yeah.
here. So we recognize you all, those watching from Mr. Chamaten's platform. We are so pleased that you are here. Those that are watching from just a minute, sorry. Those that are watching from Sister Rich Ladies platform, you are all welcome here. We appreciate you so much. Those are on Auntie F platform. Auntie, I can see you, so we welcome you all here. And those on the back door, yes, we appreciate your effort. And also those from my platform, we welcome
Yeah.
everybody that is watching, and we really appreciate you all. At this moment, I think you we have to introduce ourselves, know what each other, what you do, what is your field, how can you help people that are watching this video, how can you be a beneficiary to anyone that is watching, because they know our names, but they don't know what we do. And I know everyone has a profession. So I'm going to start from Auntie Yar. Auntie, can you please let us know what you do, your field?
Oh, okay. Hello, I'm Antia. My name is Yafoda Tobren. I am an Amazon International best-selling author. My claim to fame is I wrote 4 books within 2 years of COVID, and so I'm a book coaching and I provide book coaching and publishing services. If you have a story and you want to write it, I can help you write that. Or if you've written it and you need help publishing, you can also contact me. I also do women empowerment. It's based on my second book, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. And then there's life coaching as well. Thank you, Pastor P.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much. So if you need any help in that field that Antia just explained what she does, please don't hesitate, contact her and she will be of help to you. Thank you, Antia. Sister Felicia, please let us know what you do.
Hi everyone. So I'm Felicia Happia. I'm a holistic health and nutrition life coach. I help people to manage their weight effectively and transform their health from the inside out. So I have a page, loveyourwellbeing.co.uk, on Facebook, and also I have a website. It's the same name. I'm going to share it on this platform for you to have a look at it and see what I do. I do post weekly videos, so daily videos of exercises and some food as well. So please do just try it and see what you think about it and experience the results for yourself. Thank you, Pastor Patience.
All right.
Thank you so much. So also We all have heard what Sister Rich Lady does. And can you put your handles on your Facebook? Do you have what's your name on Facebook that people can look up and search for you?
Thank you. So it's Felicia Rich Lady Happy on Facebook as well.
Okay. And what is your other side, your page?
The page is loveyourwellbeing.co.uk. It's on Facebook, but it's a website on its own.
Okay, thank you so much. So,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Shamakan.
Thank you, Pastor Peter. And hello from our audience. Hello to our audience. This is Kofi Chimacha Review. I talk about money. I know you guys work hard for your money, but what do you do with your money? Are you smart with your money? I teach people on financial literacy. We talk about retirement accounts, savings for college for your children, 401ks, cash value life insurance, and all those things that helps with our money. So I'm not too much on Facebook. I do most of my teachings on Zoom. I can do one-on-one. I do free financial check. I know every year you do you do physical check, but do you do your financial checkup? We do that. We will find you where you are and where you have to go with your finances.
Thank you so much. So,
Okay.
if you need any of the herb that Mr. Chamatin has put up, please don't hesitate. Reach out to him. If it's hard for you to reach out to any of the people that are here, please reach out to me or Antia, and we will get you to the right person that you need to. So also, everybody, some of you know me already. My name is Pastor Patience O. Edwards, and I am a pastor, and I'm also a cellular health coach. We help you when we say cellular health coach, that means we help you from your health, what you eat, the food, your well-being, everything, everything. So we help you with everything so that you can live your best life. And cellular health is not a medication. It is something that is already in you. And so that is what I do. We want us to live an optimal health. And also I am a mind and I'm a mind and soul coach. So if you need a mindset coaching, you come to me. I'm a kingdom business strategic coach. If you need any help, you are stuck, you are struggling, you don't know where to turn to. You have talent, you want to monetize your talent. Anything that you need as per talent, gifts, whatever that you do, and you need to monetize it, you need to put it into use. Contact me, I will help you out. And I'm also women and youth strategic coach. So if your young one is struggling anyway, you have a youth that has any kind of issue, turn that youth to me, and I will help that young lady, young boy, to be what God ordained him or her to be. And also, if you are a woman and you are struggling in any way, contact me. Also, I'm a marriage counselor. So if you are struggling with your marriage, come to me as we are dealing with it right now. If you are struggling in any area in your marriage, come to me. I will help you because marriage is supposed to be beautiful, supposed to be something that you enjoy forever. And we all go through a lot of struggles here and there, but you need to pass through that, and then you need to get to a point where you will appreciate your marriage. You will appreciate your marriage. So at this moment, we're going to run up and we're going to give everyone what is your last message that you want us to know. But before that, let us read some of the comment. Antia, can you read some of the comment for us? Is there any question in there? I can't see it all here.
You're on mute.
Antia, we can't hear you.
I mute myself so that I don't make noise and then I forget. It says there's no manual for marriages or raising children. So everything is through experiences, knowledge we acquire, trying new things by exploring, discoveries, etc. Then the other one says many couples do not know how to resolve any problems that arises in their marital home and are quick to put a bandage on it in hope of it healing on its own, forgetting the internal effect which can kill or sweep it underneath the rug. That is so, yes, and I'll read some more here. Did we read this one? A lot of couples are setting conditions, creating more drama issues within their marriages because they listen to outside people, friends, and some devious family members than learning effective communication plus other coping skills to work on their own problems with understanding. What Mr. Chematin was saying about associations, right? And did I read this one? Couples need to affiliate themselves with educational, positive, and beneficial programs to avoid watching toxic and healthy programs. Yeah, sadly, we seem to gravitate towards those.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay, there's something here Sister Joao just said. He said some of the people counseling within churches do not even have the credentials, knowledge, and all the experiences to teach the right tools. And I want to put a little light on this. Being a pastor in the church, I think in the church, there's no one that does not have credential not to teach or do the counseling. They don't do that. As you are a pastor, even if you are a pastor, you go to the school, you are also a counselor, they give you the counseling certificate. You do that. When you are doing theology, you do counseling too. It's like being a teacher. You will do special education too. And so it's not just somebody being a pastor, it's not just theology alone that they do. You do counseling too. And so that is one thing. And also one thing I will put the light on is that you choose what is best for you. As Anthea said, the church, the pastor, you are not paying that pastor. So they will give you just a little bit. You are the one who knows what you need. And some people also come to the pastors and they lie a lot. I've seen it, tons of people. For me, being a prophetess, I can see. If you are lying, I can see. And so there are some pastors, they are not prophets, they can see. And so if you lie to them, they are just taking it as a face value. What you tell them is what they're going to do. But most of the people, they are even pregnant before coming to you as to counsel them. So what that you are telling them, they're already married already. So what that you are saying is foolishness to them. They're already together. And that is the big problem, that people out there have no idea what pastors are going through. People lie a lot. They come to us and they lie a lot, especially when you are counseling them before marriage. They will lie every lie. And it's so common that sometimes I get shocked. I'm like, why do you think I wouldn't see it? I even knew it before you came. And it's one of the common things. So whatever you are telling them, they are not listening. They already chose that man. They already chose that girl. So they are not listening to anything. But if you already chosen, now what I would say is that seek counseling outside your marriage or outside the church. Outside the church. It's not the church alone. And it's why a lot of marriages are failing right now, because you cannot rely on the church for your marriage to survive. Anyone can add something, and then we will close from here.
Okay, can I chip in some?
Yes.
Okay, Pastor. We should let the audience know that disclaimer. Let me say disclaimer. Whatever we're talking here, it's not one thing for everybody. My suggestion would be, you know your partner or know your spouse and know how things work in your marriage, and commit yourself to fix it, whatever that you need to go through to fix it, if you are in this marriage for real. So you have to know communication is the key. Situation, sometimes things might arise and somebody's like, I don't want to talk about it. If one don't want to talk about it, how can it be solved? So no matter what it is, sit down, talk about it. I would prefer talking with you than you running away to another person or to your pastor, that most people do, to come, or to the elders without talking to me. So if I'm in the marriage with you and you don't want to communicate or sit down and talk things over, and you go talk to someone external to come to talk to me, I don't think that's the right thing. And me, for that, I'll not even listen to that. So know your partner, communicate until when it's getting out of hand, you can see external or extra help. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. So, Felicia, do you have your last word?
Yeah, just at the back of what Mr. Chamantin said, communication is key in every form of relationship. Because as human beings, we are social beings. We like to connect. We like to feel respected. We like to feel belonged. We like to feel loved. We all have things in common, which are good. But if we are not communicating with one another, that's when we begin to drift apart. So I might say something that maybe you're not happy about it. Let me know, because sometimes
Yeah.
that is my feeling coming across, but I may not know how you will feel about it. So if you communicate and you tell your partner, this is how I felt about these things, then if it's genuinely, your partner will apologize. If it's not, you communicate about it. You just, you know, forgive each other and move on. If you really want it to work, if you want a successful marriage, it's like you taking an exams, you fail. If you want to progress and get that qualification, you've got to sit at the at the exams again. You got to study again. If you have to put all night into getting that subject right, you've got to put in the work. It's the work. You can go and talk to your pastor, you can go and talk to your counselor. When they finish their job, they finish their role, they're going to go. It's gonna be down to you and your spouse to work towards a successful marriage. And what is it? It's all about good communication, showing respect, loving each other, understanding, knowing their love language. There is so many things that this topic is a very, very broad topic, but
Yeah.
that is what I just want to add, and these are my views as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Auntie, your last word.
Okay, so I was going to say that we need to look at ourselves, the individuals in the relationship. You have a personal responsibility to hold yourself accountable. Like it takes two to tango, and sometimes there's people that they focus on is what the other person can do for them, but you both need to work together. So you have to know that you are both individuals, you have needs, and how can you meet each other's needs? The selfishness or the self-involved aspect has to be cut out.
Thank you so much. Yes. And my last word is that you should never blame anyone for the success or in success of your marriages. If your marriage is successful or is not successful, do not blame anyone. You have to blame yourself because your marriage is you and your partner. And so work on your marriage to achieve the success of your marriage. So that is my last word. So work on it until your last breath. No one has a perfect marriage. Every marriage faces crisis. So if your marriage is unsuccessful or successful, it is up to you. It is you. So work on it, seek counseling, go on to coaches, whoever you have to go to, whatever you have to do to make your marriage successful, do it. Don't procrastinate and do not rush to leave your marriage because you don't know the next one that you're going to get yourself into. All right. So at this juncture, we thank everyone that joined us today, and we appreciate your comment, your effort, your time that you spend here. We really, really thank you so much, and we appreciate you all. We appreciate our panels here. You all did so well today. So next week we will see you all again, and thank everyone. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for coming.